Benefit is claiming that this is supposed to be the most blurring, smoothing, pore loving foundation. I think I'll be the judge of that. I've seen so many people try out this foundation, and it was time that I tried it out on my acne prone textured skin. Welcome back to my series called Is It a Makeup Trend or Does It Just Look Good on Clear Smooth Skin? Series where we try out popular new makeup items on a skin type not so much seen on social media. And you guys already know I'm gonna walk you through the full application, different lighting check, and the full day wear test because I don't play around when it comes to a makeup review. You guys requested that I try out this foundation so much, and I did receive it in PR while I was in Europe. My family did send me photos of it. The presentation is crazy. I feel like I was being asked to be on The Bachelor or something. Got the primer and the setting spray here too, perfect. Love that these are little travel sizes. Start off with some skin prep before we go in with makeup. Spray away, you know, antibacterial and super hydrating for that instant glow. Going in with some sunscreen. It always bothers me how so many foundation reviews online don't show it with a sunscreen layered underneath. Like, let's see how the foundation is going to wear with sunscreen if we're wearing it throughout the day, right? We're gonna take a little bit of the POREfessional blurring primer before we go in with the foundation. Press it in the center of the face. It's been a minute since I've used this, but look how immediately blurring that is. Makeup can't erase texture, but we can use different products and techniques and lighting and angles like this kind of deceive how the texture appears on the skin. I have a few shades here, but I'm thinking 10N might be good. Let's go on the back of my hand. Pump it out. Ooh. Okay, this is kind of the texture I was imagining. Hopefully this shade is good. I've kind of lost some of my tan here. You guys know I'm a brush girly through and through when it comes to foundation. I'm throwing it back. We're gonna use some real techniques today. Let's start on the lower half of the face here and concentrate the first initial product we lay down where I need more coverage on the skin. I really want to see how this works with the fingers, so let's just dot it on. This will warm up the foundation into the skin. You can just go in with your brush using like a stippling to make sure all the edges are seamless. Foundation has a really nice natural finish so far. It's not clinging to any of my dryness that I have around my nose usually, just from my Eraslo retinoid prescription. Let's see if we can build this up at all. It has a pretty liquidy feel, but it's not shifting too much on the skin, so it might have potential to build it up. I'm just gonna use my finger. Such a hard time when products claim to be like blurring to the skin because you can only do so much for skin texture. I would agree that it's a natural matte finish, medium buildable coverage, agree there. Instant all day pore blurring, yeah, it's looking pretty blurred. We'll see how it resists throughout the day. And then it says it's also 24-hour long wear and hydrating, waterproof and transfer proof. So we'll see about all that. Gonna be setting down the makeup today. I'm using Huda Beauty Pound Cake because I set down all my foundation looks. Okay, the makeup is done. Let's set it all down. I'm gonna use the Super Setter. It's supposed to be a long-lasting makeup setting spray. Let's give it a shake. You know when you spray a setting spray and just from the smell, you're like, this is gonna make my makeup last long? Here is the finished makeup. I will say I'm really liking how my base is looking. I think the foundation is looking really, really smooth, even on these tiny little pimples that I've had recently. And sometimes we know makeup does not like to sit on breakouts. Let me show you what this looks like in different lighting and then we'll do the full day wear test. Here's the makeup away from the ring light. We can see how my texture pops up a lot more when I'm not facing that direct light. Here's the makeup in bathroom lighting. I always find this gives a really realistic look, and I gotta say, the skin is looking so good. And of course, we can't forget about natural lighting. Of course, we have to see how this lasts throughout the day. So it's Saturday and I usually head to a coffee shop to do a bunch of work. So we're gonna do that. I have some packages to drop off for 9 to 5 and we're gonna see how this foundation lasts. All right, guys, it is the end of the day. Let's take a look at how the Benefit POREfessional foundation is looking on the skin. It has been 12 hours, still looking pretty smooth. I will say the pore area has gotten a little bit more textured, and then we do have some clinging to dryness around like this mouth area. Not too much cracking around the nose, which always is like a problem area for me. I actually think I would use this again, not only on like a more full glam day like this, but even more natural glam, you know, a little bit less product, maybe sharing it out with a beauty blender. I think it's very, very flattering on textured skin. I'm gonna tell yourself something you love about your skin today. Check out my podcast, Loud Talk with Lavi, where we break down the walls of beauty standards one flaw at a time. For more texture-friendly makeup tutorials, you can find that all on my YouTube. Make sure to shop my brand at 9to5skin.com if you want to support a self-funded girly. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.